The story of the film begins with a woman named Ania, who travels from Colombia to a luxurious house in Spain to work as a maid. The wealthy family of the homeowner, who are involved in the art business, are spending their summer at this house. Ania begins working there without a formal contract, with a promise of good working conditions and a fair settlement at the end of the summer. On the first day, Valeria, the wife of the homeowner, explains the work and her summer wages to Ania and promises to help her obtain permanent residency in the country. The next morning, Ania is seen feeding a cat. Shortly after, Lucas, the homeowner's husband, enters the yard and angrily tells Ania not to let the cats enter the yard. Later, Ania calls her mother in Colombia to tell her where she's working. She eagerly works to save money for her sister's medical school tuition. Ania even takes on other jobs to earn extra money. She later meets Maria, another worker employed by Valeria. Maria has lived in Spain for a long time and has residency. Ania is happy to meet Maria, as she now has someone to talk to. One day, Ania happily tells Maria that she has only been working for 3 months, and Valeria promised to help her get residency. However, Maria discourages her by saying that having family in Spain is a key requirement for obtaining residency. Since Ania has no family in the country, it's unlikely she'll achieve this goal. The next day, Ania meets with Valeria and asks about her work situation and the promises made to her. Ania mentions that she heard from Maria that getting residency isn't easy. Nevertheless, Valeria reassures her that she can help Ania get residency as long as Ania does her job well. A few days later, Ania receives a message from her sister saying that she scored well on the medical school entrance exam. This news makes Ania very happy because all her efforts were for her sister's future. One day, while serving lunch for Luis, the homeowner's son, and his friends, Ania overhears their conversation about Bitcoin payments. Earlier, while cleaning Luis's room, Ania had found a torn note under his laptop. Curious, she Googles to find out what cryptocurrency is. In the next scene, Ania, upset by Valeria's words, begins making plans. She secretly takes a photo of the family's daughter, Sarah, and writes down her password. Maria then invites Ania to meet her friends and introduces her to a man named Philip on social media. Ania creates a social media account and begins searching for information about Philip, seeming to develop an interest in him. Meanwhile, Ania's behavior becomes more careless. She even ignores Lucas's instructions to keep the cats out of the yard. Later, Maria invites Ania to a beach party. Ania and Maria have fun dancing on the beach. The next morning, Valeria can't find Ania in the kitchen. Eventually, she finds Ania in the bathroom, feeling sick from drinking alcohol. The following day, Lucas asks Ania to go on an outing with the family. On the way back, Ania overhears Lucas on the phone with a man named Ahmed, asking him to hunt the cats that had entered the yard. Soon after, Valeria tells Ania that Maria was fired for returning early from the party. She also warns Ania to be careful, or she might face the same fate as Maria. Ania, upset, tries to distract herself. The next morning, the sound of gunshots shocks her. She realizes that Ahmed has hunted the cats she was close to. In her anger, Ania scatters meat around the yard to attract more cats. A little later, Ania receives a call from her sister, who says she no longer wants to continue studying and wants to come to Spain to work with her. Ania becomes furious, as she doesn't want her sister to end up working for others like she does. The next morning, while cleaning the house, Ania finds Sarah's phone. She checks the phone and sends a message to Philip, inviting him to the house. Ania then makes a plan to make Philip think that Sarah invited him. Meanwhile, Sarah searches for her phone, which Ania has hidden. That evening, Ania prepares dinner late for Luis and his friends, so they go to another party instead. Ania, following her plan, gets ready to welcome Philip. Shortly after, Philip arrives and is surprised to see Ania, thinking Sarah had invited him. However, he doesn't waste time and spends a pleasant evening with Ania. The next morning, Luis and his friends return home. They ask Ania to prepare lunch and drinks for them. When Ania brings lunch, Luis's friends offer her a bottle of drink, which she happily accepts. Luis then tells Ania that he came back to the house the previous night because he forgot his wallet. He also mentions hearing her voice with a man in the yard. Luis then invites Ania to join them at a private party. He even offers to pay $5,000 for her sister's education. Initially, Ania is inclined to accept the offer, but when Luis and his friends try to force her, she quickly refuses. Ania, feeling hopeless, returns to her room and kicks a table with her foot. She notices a torn note inside a book and realizes it's part of Luis's Bitcoin password. She immediately goes to Luis's room to search for the rest of the note. A little later, Valeria appears and asks Ania to prepare for receiving her Japanese guests. Ania continues her search for the rest of the password in Luis's room. She overhears Valeria and Lucas discussing firing Ania after the party and replacing her with Ahmed. Realizing she's about to be sent back to her country, Ania continues her search and finds the rest of the password behind a painting. In the final scene, Ania happily gets into a car to be taken to the airport for her expulsion from the country. Inside the car, she enters Luis's password into her phone, transferring about $5,000 to her bank account. The film ends here,